If you've been scrolling through endless lists of robotic pool cleaners, watching video after video, and still can't tell which one actually lives up to the hype, this review is here to cut through the noise. I've spent the last few weeks watching the Beatbot AquaSense 2 Ultra do its thing in a 15 by 30 foot backyard pool that's anything but a perfect rectangle. There are a few steps, a built-in jacuzzi, and a lot of leaf-laden corners. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest question most of us ask is, will this thing actually clean a pool that isn't a simple box? Beatbot's answer is yes, thanks to AI mapping. The unit spins up, drops a tiny camera under the water, and starts sketching a map of the pool's shape in real time. As it learns the contours, it builds a path that avoids the ladder, and even pauses near the jacuzzi inlet where debris tends to collect. In practice, I saw it finish a full cleaning cycle in about 2 hours and come back to a surface that looked noticeably clearer, no streaks of algae along the steps, no floating leaf mats on the shallow end. That's the sort of real-world proof that matters when you're weighing a $1,500+ investment. Now, who should actually consider buying the AquaSense 2 Ultra? If you have a pool that's more complex than a standard rectangle, think irregular edges, multiple depths, or built-in water features, the AI mapping is a genuine time saver. Homeowners who are fed up with manually scooping plant debris from the corners will appreciate the dedicated plant debris detection mode, which switches the brush pattern and increases suction just for those tougher spots. Another sweet spot is anyone who wants to offload the whole "when do I run the cleaner" decision to a device that can be scheduled from an app, even when you're on the other side of the house. The dual connectivity, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, means you can set a timer from your phone while you're still in the garage, or pair it directly if your network is spotty. Conversely, there are clear reasons to walk away. If your pool is a perfectly square, shallow lap pool with no steps or islands, the mapping and AI features become overkill. A cheaper, more straightforward cleaner that just follows a set pattern will do the job for a fraction of the price. Also, the AquaSense 2 Ultra relies on a fairly robust Wi-Fi connection for its app control and mapping updates. In homes where the router signal doesn't reach the pool area, you'll end up using the Bluetooth fallback, which limits remote scheduling and real-time monitoring. Finally, the unit's weight and size mean you'll need a sturdy pool ladder, or a built-in retrieval system. It isn't something you can just toss in and pull out with one hand. Let's talk about the practical strengths that show up after you've taken the box out of the garage. The 5-in-1 cleaning claim isn't just marketing fluff. The robot vacuums loose debris, scrubs the walls with a rotating brush, lifts algae with a high-flow suction mode, and even runs a water clarification cycle that circulates filtered water through a built-in cartridge. In my test pool, the water clarity after a single run was enough that I could see the bottom tiles without the usual cloudiness that lingers for days after a manual vacuum. The smart surface parking feature also deserves a mention. After the cleaning cycle, the robot glides up to a magnetic docking strip on the pool wall and holds itself in place. That makes retrieval a breeze. You just pull the handle and the unit comes out without having to chase it across the water. On the downside, the battery life, while decent, isn't limitless. The full cycle runtime tops out at about 2 hours, which is enough for most residential pools, but may require a second charge if you have a larger surface area, or run the high-flow plant debris mode for an extended period. The charging dock itself needs a dedicated power outlet near the pool edge, and you have to make sure the cord stays dry, a small logistical detail that can trip up first-time owners. Also, the app, while feature-rich, has a learning curve. The initial mapping process asks you to confirm the pool shape a few times, and if you're not comfortable navigating a few extra screens, you might feel a bit lost. That said, once the map is saved, subsequent cleanings are almost completely hands-off. One of the biggest concerns people have is maintenance. The AquaSense 2 Ultra comes with a removable filter cartridge and a brush assembly that you can take out for cleaning. I found that a quick rinse after each run keeps the filter from clogging, and the brush doesn't wear out noticeably after a month of daily cycles. The water clarification cartridge does need replacement every few months, but that's comparable to a traditional pool filter's media change schedule, so it doesn't add any surprise cost. If you're the type who likes to see data, the app gives you a visual map of the cleaned path, a log of how long each cycle lasted, and